Welcome to episode 5 of Flapachinos. I do have a croaky voice, but we'll just ignore that.
Too many dicks.
Too many dicks. So we're going to talk about the best and the worst pubs and what makes a good pub, what makes a bad pub. So I think what makes a good pub is a good layout to the bar to make our job easier because it's easier to flow and chat and mingle if the pub is in a good layout. Because there's pubs where you can can't see half the customers and you're just stuck in one spot.
Get your steps up though.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean stuck in one spot or the ones you have to do laps around?
Or you if it's two, you can't see around the corner and you're trying to navigate it.
Yeah.
And then you had a pub where you walked it. What was your worst pub? You don't have to say the name, but
I definitely wouldn't name drop. It was so many years ago. I walked into the pub ready to start my shift and there were these guys in the corner. And as I literally 2 steps into the pub, they're like, tell us a story. And I was like,
do you remember the story you told?
I don't remember the story that I told, but I remember it wouldn't matter what story you told because they would just be like, shit story.
Oh, those kind of guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did not matter what you said.
No. And the bar ladies, interesting. They had such a close knit sort of regulars, right? So you would say hello to the man. They've already poured him a drink because they know what he drinks. And they're like, why are you taking so long?
Oh.
I got 1 star out of 5 for that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
You got any interesting feedback?
Yeah.
Have
ever?
I? Yeah.
Oh, loads.
Yeah.
I've had some 1 stars in my life.
Yeah.
A couple of 1 stars.
With a comment or just 1 star?
With comments. So I worked pub and it wasn't that busy and there was bartenders sat down. So I was like, I'm just going to go out and mingle.
Yeah.
I
What else are you
assume
going to do?
That's what they want you to do when the bar doesn't need you to be serving.
Be entertaining.
Be entertaining. And I'm out entertaining. And I'm keeping an eye on bar, probably not as much as I should be. And he goes, you need to come back. I come back and the backpacker is still sat down, not actually serving and just having a chat. And I was like, I'm confused. Surely she could also just be serving and then I could still be entertaining. But I just completely misread the situation. They just want bartenders. They don't care for the entertaining aspect. And no one told me that. I just went in trying to give it the razzle dazzle.
1 star.
And they were like, doesn't care to be here, just cares about making money. And the irony that I didn't even make money.
Oh.
I was just entertaining. They thought I was wasn't covered in tips. It wasn't
Yeah.
but they just assumed I was out there trying to hustle. And it's far from the truth.
Do you know what I think makes a good pub?
Yeah.
When you just have the patrons are mostly really old men.
Yes.
Who are just happy that you're there, complimentary.
Yeah.
Know that they can't get it, but still give you a bit of flirt.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Old daddies are our favourite. They just really, really appreciate a Skimpy. I didn't realise that Kalgoorlie's had Skimpy since 1970.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think if you took the Skimpies out of Kalgoorlie, I don't think it would
make
implode.
no sense.
It would implode.
It would just be so sad. I would be gutted. That is a long time to have it.
It is. Long standing.
Yeah. The old
do
daddies
you-
make it though.
You worked primarily in Kalgoorlie for a while.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the country or the metro shifts more?
Country all
Yeah.
the time. I think you get the old daddies who really appreciate what we do way more in this country.
Yeah.
They come to the pub to just see the Skimpies. Metro, you have that huge mix of they're just here for the pub.
Yeah.
And then there happens to be a hot bartender. They sometimes care for it, but they sometimes are also just oh, hi.
I feel like the kids in the country I say kids, I mean
19.
18
Yeah,
plus,
18, 19-year-olds.
in the country have better manners as well than the city.
We totally
City slickers.
agree. So we decided last time we went up north, we worked for the 19-year-olds and they were so polite.
Were all of them 19?
Yes. Yes, they were.
Check their IDs.
So we actually just decided we worked for them. And one of them was being a little bit annoying, but when we say annoying,
Harmless?
he was harmless. He was
Yeah.
just Rosie, you haven't even put your tits anywhere near my face or been on my Snapchat.
Wow,
And
that's
kind of-
rude, Rosie.
He was kind of nagging me a little bit, but he was doing it in such a harmless way. I was kind of shut up, Ben.
Yeah.
And then the next day he messaged me I am so sorry for even asking that of you. I am so sorry. And I was like, oh, that's actually so cute. You weren't even that bad. You asked me for a motorboat, so what?
Yeah. What's the best feedback that you got?
When I worked with you, I would say the awesome foursome.
That was nice.
That was the nicest feedback I've ever got. He's fabulous.
I got one once that just said, in love.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
From a male.
It's the owner.
Yeah, the owner of the pub was just in love.
I mean, questionable taste maybe, but
Nah,
smart
that's
man.
beautiful.
He knows what he likes.
Yeah, he knows what he likes. And you are good, very good at your job. Like,
Thank you.
You've got way more favourites than me. You have.
You think so?
Yeah, I've got like 3 pubs.
Have you got banned from more places than me?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm only favourites for like 3 pubs, I think.
I got banned from a place once for being too rough looking and rough acting,
Yeah.
whatever that means.
I feel like that's so unfair as well because you're actually like so polite.
And PG. Oh,
Yeah.
M15 plus, maybe.
I'd say you're PG sometimes.
You're right. I am polite.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah,
polite.
you are really polite.
I have less of a fat mouth than you and
Definitely
Sierra.
SNF. Well, you know when to use your fat mouth, whereas we don't.
reading a room.
You read a room, we don't
Reading
read
a room.
Me and Sierra have never read the room before in our lives. We just say exactly what we're thinking.
Some people really love that though.
Some people don't though. Yeah. Some people love it. Some people do not love it. My favorite thing is when someone comes in and they actually introduce the fact that they are there for you.
Yes.
I feel like that makes a huge difference with your interaction. Whereas if they just come in and they start asking you question after question after question and it's really busy and you're kind of like a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Whereas like if a guy comes in, he's like, hey, I follow you on Instagram. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll make sure I come back to you. Like I'll make sure I give you some time of day.
Have you ever had, along the lines of what you're saying, where someone just comes in and you feel like you're at an interview?
Yeah.
Sort of. Or on the other token, they come in and then they don't really talk to you, but then they message you later on Instagram being like, you didn't really talk to me.
And they didn't make any effort to talk to you.
I was like, I don't
because
know.
you want to, when you're doing this job, you want to respect the fact that not everyone's there to see the Skimpies.
Yeah.
So you don't want to annoy everyone. You want them to introduce themselves if they want attention.
Yeah, I'd still like to annoy everyone.
Yeah.
I'm only there for a couple of hours, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely do the same as well.
Yeah.
When have I not annoyed everyone in the room?
Yeah, go to the beer garden if you don't want to hear me, you know?
Literally. Yeah. And you can tell like if they actually don't want a conversation, they do generally just walk off.
I just thought of a funny story.
Oh, go on. Go on.
It's great.
I'm nervous.
It's great. I was at a country pub just recently, like maybe 2 weeks ago. I did like a little southwest, southeast?
Southwest.
West is toward the ocean, is it?
Where did you go?
Williams, Nwangurup, Katanning.
Yeah.
Whatever direction that is, anyone's. Anyway, wheat belt. Guys, I'm not the brains in this operation. Anyway, so just tacking on what makes a good customer, but with a twist. So this kid came in. I say kid, he was 19. Super complimentary, great banter.
Oh, the best.
Bought one of my stubby coolers, which is important part of the story because my stubby cooler has my number on it, right? Anyways, great chat.
Love that.
Tipping every drink.
Yeah.
As he leaves, gives me $50. I might even see you in Katanning. It's not that far from here. Like,
that is
I'll
like
see you around. Anyways, and then when I finish my shift, I've checked my phone and he sent me a message saying, hey, I only live 20 minutes down the road. Do you want to come over? With a wink face. And I was like, so sorry, my friend. I'm just here for work.
Yeah.
Tempting offer. And then he was like, so sorry, didn't mean to step the line, all good, super respectful. I was like, wow, what a nice kid. I was like, maybe I'll see you in Katanning on Friday.
Yeah.
But then I went to bed, woke up in the morning, and at 3:45 a.m., he sent me a video of him whacking off.
Yes.
So I've had to block him now.
Yeah. It's funny that you can reply being, it's not going to happen, but
Yeah.
enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah.
So was he
to tie
awake
that-
from that time till that time?
I think maybe he had to wake up for work and thought, I'll film this.
This is exactly what someone wants to wake up to.
Yeah.
It's not what we want to wake up to.
She would love to
unless
see
they
that.
ask.
But yeah, that is probably what makes a bad customer.
Yeah. Non-consensual videos at 4 a.m. It's not the first time it's happened. Won't be the last.
It won't be the last.
But I will say we have asked for multiple dick pics. But that day was not the day you asked for dick
No,
pics.
it was never asked.
Never asked.
I also like going to the country shifts a bit more than the metro ones. I feel like you're more appreciated there. Also, there's I think skimpies are actually quite important in country towns.
They are. Definitely.
Yeah, I think they boost team morale and even like mental health.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I stand by that. I agree with it. Literally, It does boost mental health, especially when you've got the old people who don't see this. They only see the same people all day. Every day.
They want to see a fresh face to tell their same stories to.
And they love it.
And I love to hear it.
Yeah. I love it when they forget that they've met us before though. And then they tell us their same stories. And you're just like, okay.
I'm like,
I'll pretend I've never heard it before.
I love this part.
Yeah. Oh.